Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday night. Welcome to Music Forward Open Mic Fridays. I am so excited about tonight's show, you guys. I'm really excited that you are here, tuned in, watching with us. It is a Friday night. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. And we are so excited and honored to have you. Before we get started, I want you to do me a favor. Send this link to somebody because we need this Twitch to be popping tonight. We have our industry picks, the creme de la creme of Open Mic Fridays. Send out this link. Tell people to join in wherever they are. Tune in, put in their AirPods, and get their life tonight. My name is Lydia Caesar. I am the hostess with the mostest, and I am just honored to be able to do this every other Friday. It is my pleasure to welcome you. You are going to experience some phenomenal talent tonight right here on Twitch. Thank you once again for joining. Please make sure that you subscribe to Music Forward on Twitch. Do it right now. I'm going to give you a second. Subscribe right now. Go ahead. Hit the subscribe button. Because you don't ever want to miss out on all the amazing things that we have going on here at Music Forward. What is Music Forward? Maybe you have no idea. Somebody just invited you to come watch them perform and you don't know. Well, Music Forward is a national nonprofit organization. It connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry. It transforms young lives, it inspires careers, and champions a more inclusive music industry because the music industry is a really tough nut to crack. So Music Forward acts as the bridge between the artist and the industry. So necessary. What is Open Mic Fridays? What are you about to experience tonight? Well, Open Mic Friday is a performance showcase where young artists showcase their talent, they gain exposure, and they get live feedback directly from industry experts with successful careers in music. That's what makes Open Mic Fridays so different. They are hearing direct feedback from people who have done amazing things. Wait to hear about our industry guests tonight. You're going to be like, okay, that's dope. So that is what Music Forward and Open Mic Fridays is. And tonight is extra special because these are our industry picks. Okay, you tuned in, you all showed love. So we're excited to see these 5 artists return because these artists are the ones that impressed our industry guests during this entire season. So they are the best of the best. Tonight, each artist is going to walk away with an Apple gift card. They shined bright in their performances, and we're excited to have the opportunity to cheer them on once again. So, as always, you will have the chance to visit our Instagram page at the end of the show tonight and show love to the industry guests. So that you can see who the industry guests picked. The artist who gets chosen by our industry guests will get a pair of Beats headphones. So everyone's going to get an Apple gift card, but one special artist is going to win a pair of Beats headphones. All right. So before we get started with these artists, let us meet our industry guests. Industry guests, you may now turn on your cameras. I'm going to tell the audience a little bit about you because these guests are superstars. First, let's start with Monet Perry. Perry accepted a position of marketing director and assistant program director at the legendary 93.5 K-Day in 2005. And she enthusiastically revamped the station she loved and grew up listening to as a child. She turned small station idealism into big station action, garnering listeners, street, and advisor credibility. The following year, Monet moved on to Music World Entertainment, where she quickly learned the ins and outs of A&R and management. She worked alongside Matthew Knowles, CEO and founder of Music World Entertainment, and Max Goose, Senior Vice President, A&R and Business Development. While at Music World Entertainment, Monet contributed her expertise to Beyonce's Grammy-winning album, B-Day. Y'all, I could stop there, but there's more. And filled the position of production manager and A&R rep, rapidly gaining knowledge on producing and selling albums. In 29, Perry started at Rock Nation and Iconic's brand as Senior Digital Marketing Manager, overseeing the digital department and strategy for Sean Carter brands and partnerships. She spearheaded various campaigns for artists and brands like Jay-Z, Willow Smith, J. Cole, Ace of Spades, Decoded the Book, and Rihanna. Monet, welcome. You are such a star.
Thank you.
You are like
Thank you.
an executive star. We are so honored to have you. These artists, I know you're going to drop so many gems for them. So I would want to ask a question. Out of all of the amazing things that you have done, what would you say is something that you're the most proud of?
I am the most proud of building an artist foundation to get them to a Grammy, Best New Artist Grammy nomination. So right now, I'm sitting on a Best New Artist Grammy nomination for Sweetie. And that was
congratulations. That's amazing.
It was amazing, you know, and it was a lot of work. And I've been affiliated with various artists from labels, but from the management end, and when you're there from like the very beginning, just to kind of, we were Grammy campaigning in 2017, you know?
Wow.
So that would be the most.
And that's amazing. I literally just got like goosebumps because that's like super dope. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And I'm excited that you're with us tonight. A whole star. Okay, but we don't just have one star. We have two. Let me tell you about our second industry guest, Doc Mckinney. Martin Doc Mckinney is a Canadian-American record producer and songwriter. Mckinney is a Grammy Award-winning producer. He was formerly one half of the duo, now solo act, Estero. His work with fellow Toronto artist The Weeknd, who Mckinney produced mixtapes House of Balloons and Thursday, were freely released in 2011, was met with widespread critical acclaim. Mckinney returned to working with The Weeknd on his third album, Starboy, which he executive produced together with him. The album also won him the 2016 Grammy Award for Best Urban Contemporary Album. Fire! Hello, Doc.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So honored to have you.
Appreciate it. Hey, Monet. Good to meet you.
Do you guys know each other? I'm sure you do.
I don't know if we've ever met before. I smoke a lot of weed, so maybe we did.
Maybe.
But,
I'm in good company, though. I need some of that Grammy juice to rub that on.
Right, okay.
Right?
That Grammy mojo.
Yo, congratulations, though. I know that's exciting. That's amazing. Well done.
Yes.
So, oh my God, I love the vibes already. So, Doc, my question for you is, what would you say is your favorite song that you worked on with The Weeknd?
It's changed over the years. I mean, oh man, I don't know. Maybe Pray For Me off of the Black Panther soundtrack, because it was one of them that, you know, obviously it was just so impactful, the film itself, and being able to, you know, have it in the film and stuff like that was just a whole next level, right? So, and I think outside of something we recently did with Calvin Harris was like the last real thing that we worked on together. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I would say that probably. Yeah.
Nice. Love it. I always love to just like pick the brains of people who have done like such amazing things. And that's why you guys are here. You're going to give feedback to these artists. And I mean, we can't thank you enough for being a part of this. We're going to have a fun night. So I'm going to let you guys go for a moment, but I'm going to call you right back. All right. So for now, industry guests, you may turn off your cameras.
Cool.
All right, you guys, you see what we're working with tonight. It is about to be a whole situation. I just want to remind you all that the chat is open tonight. So you should be signed into your Twitch account by now. Okay. And please share feedback, give positive reviews to these artists. A good word can go a long way. It takes a lot to get on any stage, even a virtual stage. So please show these artists love. We are about to get the show started. Coming to the virtual stage, we have our first performer, and you guys are in for a whole treat. Alicia, come on in. I'm going to tell the people about you while you come inside. Alicia is an 18-year-old singer songwriter from Maryland and has been singing since she was 3 years old. Her dad is a producer and a musician, so she's been around music since she could remember. She was just recently an American Idol 2021 contestant and made the top 40 and sung behind Jennifer Hudson. Amazing. Alicia is pursuing her dream in becoming an artist and wants her music and artistry to relate to the world. And I have a feeling that it is going to. Hello, Alicia. Welcome back.
Hi, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
You are looking fabulous. I love the long hair.
Trying something new, color.
Right. You are giving us vibes. I love it.
Thank you.
So tell everybody a little bit about what you're going to be performing tonight.
So the song I'm going to be performing tonight, it's an original, and it's called Blame It On Me. And you guys are going to get why it's called Blame It On Me in a second. But you guys ever been talking to somebody, you get into the feel and the groove of them, you could tell they're really falling for you? That's what this song is about.
That's what this is about?
Right, but you'll catch the title. You'll catch why the title is called Blame It On Me. So remember that.
Love it. Well, I cannot wait. The audience, you guys are in for a treat. Without further ado, Alicia, take it away.
Yeah.
My daddy made this beat.
No, you ain't used to this. Wasn't expecting this. Girl like me that's flawless. Show up on your call list. No, this ain't your old flame. Baby, this a new thing. No, you ain't used to this. Had nothing like this. Understand this tough the way you're feeling. Cause you don't know how I feel. You've been unaware of my intentions. So if you're falling in love, blame it on me. Falling in love, blame it on me. Yeah. You can blame it on me. Yeah. You can blame it on me. Yeah. I've been popping on your timeline. Check your feed, yes it's me in the limelight. I've been waiting for the right time to let you know I'm feeling you, babe. Understand it's tough the way you're feeling, cause you don't know how I feel. You've been unaware of my intentions. So if you're falling in love, blame it on me. Yeah. Falling in love with me. Blame it on me. Yeah. You can blame it on me. If you're falling in love, baby, you can blame it on me, babe. Oh, baby. Falling in love, blame it on me, yeah. Falling in love with me, blame it on me, yeah. Oh, baby, blame it on me, yeah. If you're falling in love with me, blame it on me, yeah.
Girl. Listen,
Thank you.
like I told you yesterday, a star, like ready,
Wow.
ready to
Thank
go.
you.
I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait to hear how this feedback is about to bless your life. Industry guests, you may now
I'm so ready for
turn
the
on your
knowledge.
cameras. All right, Monet, let's start with you. Give Alicia your thoughts, your feedback.
They having somebody photobombing the camera. This has happened before. Lydia knows. Hi, sorry.
No, hi. You're fine.
That was amazing. Amazing. You wrote that?
Yes.
It's a smash.
Those harmonies, those melodies, them ad-libs. Honey, you better tell somebody. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry. I have to turn this like this. I'm sorry. It's not landscape. We're gonna figure it out. I'm trying to hold my.
Oh, don't worry. You're good.
So I loved it. I think I love your setup because you're showing like I'm serious about this. I got my mic, I got my Pro Tools behind me, you know. Right. So we're seeing you do the work. I love the look. You have everything cropped. So outside of course, being able to perform and translate, I look at that whole setup because that's your stage. I loved it.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Big things popping, girl. Okay, Doc.
Yes, that was very good. I'm like very impressed. Sounded amazing. Your vocal is super clean. And the backgrounds and everything were really tasteful. You know, sometimes it feels like it can just be trying to save a melody that isn't there, but came in really sweet, really tasteful. I really like that lyric. The music, it was really, you know, I was like, okay, let me dig in on some criticism here. You know, just don't want anybody to get off easy. I will say this is a disclaimer. I'm not, it takes me, you know, a couple listens in order to really come up with like one really like true connections with songs, you know, and sometimes true criticisms. You know, I think it's like dating somebody. Sometimes you're like, oh, this is a person. Then like after the third day, you're like, nope. Or the vice versa, you know, and you're like, oh no. And then a couple of times you're like, oh man, this is a smash of a person, same type of shit. Right. So I think it's amazing. I think that it sounded super dope. You know, my thing is that it's such a sweet song, and the "Blame It on Me" lyric, right? Because just because it's like "Blame It on Me," kind of, it's like it is kind of for me implying like there was something like that. There's a problem of some sort, but the mood of the song seems so sweet, you know, and so sweet because like. You know, for me, if I was like, blame it on me, sorry, I stepped on your heart. You know what I mean? And it would be like more dark. So sometimes that's like and once again, I'd have to hear the song again to really dig in on the lyrics and stuff like that. But sometimes for me, the biggest problem I have with writing songs and producing it is if there's any conflict between lyric and the mood, right? And so just trying to make sure that it's really like this, you know, and sometimes like you have to exaggerate a bit, but all that again, off of first listen, that's the only thing. And whether or not that is actually anything that would stop it from being the smash that it sounds like, who knows?
No.
You know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Doc. Alicia, listen, these legendary execs think you're amazing, and I do too.
Wow.
So
congratulations. Thank you all.
Yeah, a great performance. You guys out there watching, if you tuned in to see Alicia, head over to our Music Forward Instagram at Music Forward. Comment on the flyer. Let these execs know that she is the one that should be chosen tonight. All right, Alicia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You may now turn off your camera. All right, you guys. So now this is the part that I love all of it, but we get to like dig a little bit deeper. I'm going to start the night off with a question for you, Doc. And then the next round, I'll ask you, Monet, but don't go anywhere. Stay with us in case you want to chime in. So, Doc, my question for you is, what separates the good from the great, in your opinion?
Drive. Like, it's really, to me, it's drive and consistency. Like, I was talking about that today, and just, the ones that can weather the inevitable, downturns that happen, people putting out songs that aren't as hot as the last song, and seems like the world's caving in, you're not charting, or nobody seemingly cares. Or you put out something that is actually corny, and people are like, that's actually corny. I don't fuck with that, because that's part of taking the risk, right? The people that can actually, are brave, because I would say it's brave. How many people are brave enough not just to, to step on a stage, which, there's people that artists that we know that have like a huge fear of performing. But then I think a lot of people like not, getting comfortable too early, and not really having that drive to just keep on delivering consistently great music. It was actually Melanie who told me one time. She said she saw this artist and I always remember this artist in Brooklyn, and the person was supposed to be amazing, and she went in and she was like, it was good. Like, she's like, I got to the first room and it was like good, and then like 10 rooms later she was like, he was consistently really good. Whether there was this breakout year, this Michael Jackson, but consistency of being really good. You don't have to be, Michael Jackson, but if you're consistently, really good, that's more than enough to have an amazing career at, right? So I think it's just being able to weather the inevitability of, having pitfalls and overcoming them. So I would say that's the number one thing,
I love that. I mean, I think that's so important, because there's going to be so many storms on this journey, So I think that is definitely great advice. All right. Well, thank you so much, Doc. Monet, we are going to chop it back up with you guys in a few. You guys may both now turn off your cameras. All right, guys, we are moving right along, and we are getting ready to call our next artist to the stage. Coming to the virtual stage right now is Convict Julie. Come on in, Convict Julie. I'm going to tell the people a little bit about you. Originally from Atlanta, Georgia, neo-soul artist Convict Julie embodies the true Atlanta sound and swagger. Translating her feelings into music, she is ready to give you an authentic and vulnerable experience. I love that bio. Hello, Convict Julie. Welcome.
Hello.
We are so excited to hear you and have you with us this evening. How you feeling?
I feel good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us about what we're gonna hear from you tonight.
Okay, so I wrote this song a couple of days ago. I thought I was going to write it for a country artist, and I realized that it's a little too soulful for country, so I'm just keeping it for myself.
And you want it? How many songs that has happened to me a million times? Like, am I going to pitch this? I'm going to keep this. It happens. I love that. I can't wait to hear it. So exciting. All right, you guys. Well, Convict Julie is going to blow us away right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. You've got that something that I do not know of. Something inside you that I can't let go of. But you make me feel so alive, yeah. Mysterious lover, I know that I need you. They do not get it, but I know that we do, 'cause you make me feel so alive. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Loving you brings so much heartache. Oh, 'cause you got me in a bind, a bind. Oh, you got me in a bind, a bind. Oh, you got me in a bind. Oh, you got me in a bind. Hands tied behind my back. I don't know where we are at, but you make me feel so damn good. Yeah. Oh, blindfold me, time told me to love you until I'm old, baby. You made me feel so damn good. Baby, I don't want us to part ways, but loving you brings so much heartache. Oh, 'cause you got me in a bind. Yeah. Oh, you got me in a bind. Your love's got me in a bind. Yeah. Oh, you got me in a bind. Don't tell me love's hard to find, 'cause you're always on my mind. Oh, 'cause you got me in a bind. Yeah. Oh, you got me in a bind, a bind. Oh, you got me in a bind, in a bind. Oh, you got me in a bind. Thank you.
Convict Julie, you have a sweet, unique voice. For real, like I love your tone. It's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
was a great, great, great song. Thank you so much for sharing.
I
Let's call our
appreciate
industry guests in. Industry guests, you may now turn on your cameras. Monet, we will start with you. Give Convict Julie your thoughts.
Definitely. I think from a writing perspective, I love the words, the content. For performance specifically, I think it was a little pitchy. So I don't know if you have a tuner or, I can't see, but if you have anything in your ears so you can hear yourself, that's very key. Like in ears or something or headphones. And then, this is a performance. This is a showcase. So a lot of these things are going to be coming back in the new year in person, right?
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that when you set your stage, it feels like, we could see you. So it's a little dark. And I would have wanted to see something to go with that beautiful song, whether it was just like a background in the back or something basic, a little incense blowing, So when you're thinking about your presentation, think about the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
But overall, great start. Keep going. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Monet, for that feedback. We need to hear all of it. All right, Doc.
I thought it was really good. Once again, I think the foundation of it with the guitar being out of tune, that it kind of like from there, it's, I think for even just try to have a pitch reference with the vocal makes it very difficult, right? There's something about when guitars are out of tune, it can be endearing to a certain point if, where you're like, it's not perfect. But I do think as far as having a foundation where you just really are, solid in there with your own pitch, that, the guitar has got to be in tune, or the main instrument, especially with something which I love, is so essential. It's just a guitar, just a vocal. Like, if you close your eyes, it's like you get beamed back into like 1974 and like an old LTD, you can picture the whole scene. So I think that the direction, the fact that this was supposed to be a country tune originally, and that you reimagined it for yourself and then make it your own thing, I think is also super cool. I love the fact that, for me, like same thing, the amount of songs that, I've started, not just with The Weeknd, but a lot of artists as like country songs, because, they're like, it's like country, reggae, and hip hop are like kind of like just lyrical songs. It's like you just get to the foundation of it, but if it's good in any one of those, especially like country, reggae, it's like it can be good as any song, I kind of feel like, and vice versa. Any great smash should be able to be done as a great, reggae tune. You know what I'm saying? So I do like the fact that you're writing in that zone, and I think you can hear that it's super unique. But like some of these things, like I think what Monet was saying about just like making sure like it's, it's not just about, the pitch or whatever, you have some of the presentation right, and maybe some of that is not as, focused on for us, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's dope. Your voice is really cool too. So
yeah. And just I would like to just add, you have you have a beautiful voice and it's strong. And sometimes, like, I feel like with this performance, a little bit less is more, right? I don't think you need to do all the runs. Like, you can sing a note, just a straight note, and it's gonna give people goosebumps because you have that tone. So I just feel like that's kind of what made it a little bit pitchy here and there, was just a lot of the runs and stuff. So I would just say scale back on some of the movement and just sing the notes, because your voice, you don't need all that. Your voice is beautiful as it is. So that's just my 2 cents. All right, you guys, if you are in the audience and you came to see Convict Julie, now it is your turn to show her some love. Head over to @MusicForward on Instagram, comment under the picture, let our industry guests know that you think she is the one who should win the Beats headphones. Convict Julie, thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. You may now turn off your camera. All right. So now, Monet, I'm going to pick your brain a little bit. My question for you is, what should an artist be doing every day in order to be successful in the music industry?
Wow.
I know that's a good one. I was like, go to the gym. I don't know. There's so many things that it could be.
You know what?
I would love to
and let's do this. Let's do this, because every artist is different. It's a lot of artists out there. Create a routine. So let's start there. So
love it.
I think what we're all forgetting sometimes is that we're all human beings. So just how we get up and do our morning ritual, right? Yeah. And get ourselves together. That's one thing artists should be doing. Get yourself together for the day.
Yes.
Take a moment, right? I know you're going to pick up the phone. I know you're going to go scroll through Instagram. But what I am really big on for 2022 as I rebuild my roster is building from the inside out.
Yeah.
So if you don't really have a foundation, when things to Esthero's point, like when things start getting crazy and, things happening, you don't know how to navigate. Yeah. So figure out what's that thing that's going to center you. It might be a quick prayer. It might be writing down what you're grateful for. So do that. I would also say being a student of the game. So that might be practicing the piano, vocal lessons, dance. Everybody has different regimens of what they need. And then student of the game, actually going to see what your peers are doing, going to see what's happening in the trade magazine, going to see what's happening in the metaverse and tech.
Facts.
There's so many different things. It's no shortage of things to do. And then I would say just spending time, an hour on social media. I talk to artists about this all the time. People come, they want you to run their social media. That is your tool to develop yourself as a developing artist. So you need to know how to grow your audience, talk to your audience, come up with ideas. Hey, Instagram's not for me. Let me go over here to Twitter. YouTube, I'm popping. I go live. It's all the way live. So figuring out where you're going to live, what you're going to do there, how you're going to grow the audience so that you can expand your brand and everything that you're doing. So those would be some of the things that I think artists should be doing every day, starting with building yourself from the inside out.
Yeah, love. And I just like a routine is like, so I love that you said that word. It's so key because artists are scatterbrained. Like we all over the place. So when you get focused and realize that like this is a business, you know, you're an artist and you're fabulous, but it is a business. You must have a routine, something that's going to center you, focus you, structure you. Love that. Major key. I hope y'all took all the notes. Thank you so much, Monet. All right, you guys, we're going to come back and with you guys in a few. You guys may now turn off your cameras. Our next artist, who is also phenomenal, Ruby Jean Smith. Come on in. As you're coming in, I'm going to talk about you a little bit. Ruby Jean Smith, born and bred in London, Ruby has been performing since the age of 5. Following 14 years of training in musical theater, she graduated at 18 from Arts Educational Theatre School, London, under the watchful eye of their president, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. Amazing. Currently, she is working towards producing her first album, The Web, which she wrote during the COVID lockdown. She gigs all over London, spreading the word. Ruby Jean, my girl.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Gorgeous voice. Yes. So tell us about the song you're going to perform tonight.
Okay. So this is an original song called Pretty Hair, Pretty Face, Pretty Eyes. And this song, it holds a dear place in my heart because I wrote it at a time when I was feeling very unstable and I found myself clinging to material things and like looks and kind of ways. And I didn't realize until after, upon reflection of this, I felt like that was because of my conditioning, my kind of the way I've been brought up, my kind of mental. And it made me realize like, that's not you. All that stuff, it's not you.
Wow.
And I kind of just like had a little rebirth. But it is a little rebirth there, yeah. But that song, there's a line in it and it says the deal we ignorantly signed. I feel like we all do it. But it's from a young age, we're all conditioned in ways, to think ways, to believe certain things about ourselves, and we ignorantly sign it because we're young and we don't understand ourselves fully yet. And we have the weight of the world on our shoulders. We have so much stuff coming in from the internet, Instagram, so many influences everywhere, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
I mean, of course we're going to sign it ignorantly, this deal. Like,
yeah.
But yeah.
That's what inspired. Girl, you don't even need to perform no more. You just gave us a whole word just now.
I know, she preaching, girl. Get her out. Where's the Bible?
I love it. I'm so excited to hear this song. Once again, you guys are in for such a treat. Without further ado, Ruby Jean Smith, take it away.
I can't even hear myself with them on. Sorry. Before I open my eyes, I often visualize the room in which I wake. What do you see? It often turns out to be some unfamiliar place. Ain't that it's new, they just changed the rules and it's different from what I know. I no longer wait with my mama who would take the piss out my sublime bliss. And then she'd wake me before I dream of falling off the cliff. Catch me without knowing what direction I was going, and it seemed so far away. But if we weren't meant to change, we get sick. And it don't matter where I stay every day, as long as I've got pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty eyes. Pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty lies. Do we ignore the sign, or do we ignore the sign, or do we ignore the sign, or do we ignore the sign? We all give in to illegitimate sin. We're conditioned and ideally blind. Your path doesn't forbid, give out love like a quid and escape the truths of mankind. You're selective with your people, watch out who you reach for, climbing and trying further up the ladder. Now you're fake a smile and you're moving like an adder. Your child heartbeat now a pitter patter, but it don't matter where I stay every day, as long as I've got pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty eyes. Pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty lies. Do we ignore the sign? 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 Big boys are playing us like toys with their powder noses while they destroy. And they smoke six so he can fill his lungs and blinks hardly when he wakes up. And we're all products of what we have lived in. Likes a sip, so just forgive. And it don't matter where I stay every day, as long as I've got pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty eyes. Pretty hair, pretty face, pretty shirt, and pretty lies. Do we ignore the sign? Do we ignore the sign? Do we ignore the sign? Do we ignore the sign?
Girl, that voice, it's the voice for me. I mean, the writing, your voice is just magical. Just magical. You're such a star. Let's call our industry guests in so they can give you some feedback. What a great performance.
Honey.
Monet, ladies first.
That was amazing. Let's first start off with the 3-minute intro to your performance.
Okay.
Oh God, I do like to ramble on. Sorry. I just
but
love a chat.
it was perfect. It was perfect because we got to see who you are. Mm-hmm. We got to understand where you were going and kind of where you've been. Yeah. You know, so thank you for that. I challenge young artists to do that a lot more. Yeah. You know, IG isn't the only place where you tell people about yourself, right? So in that moment where you're about to be vulnerable and you're about to talk about something that's near and dear to you, that was perfect. So thank you for that. And then you start playing, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
It's like your voice is amazing. The lyrics, it's substance, top to bottom. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it. I just chatted and said, where is she at? They said London. I said, bring her to LA.
Okay. Say it again. I agree.
It's too cold here. I can't deal. I want to put some shorts on.
Oh, well, it's nice and sunny here, okay?
Love that. Oh, thank you so much for that, Monet. Doc,
thank you.
What are your thoughts?
First thought is it's way nicer in Miami right now. So just putting that out there. I'm sorry, Monet.
Like, now come this way.
There's some more. Here we go.
I thought it was really good. I do think that there is, once again, like same thing I was saying about there's these things, whether it's, randomly out of tune guitar or the 3-minute thing that is just, that can be super compelling. you know, and endearing, which I think that you did on that. It's like the setup to the song. You're like, you have to go all the way wrong for me not to like it because, you know, like, you know, leading up to it, you're like, oh man, I want you to win so much, you know? But I think your voice is phenomenal. I mean, you know, I'm definitely a sucker for a singer songwriter, you know, playing the guitar and actually holding it down. Once again, you know, I got, you know, it's funny because there's parts about it that remind me of Joni Mitchell. And just because of change up of like the change of the pace of the guitar, and you know, there's things where, you know, I was like, oh man, am I just wait? Is she giving away too much of that before she hits the chorus? Like I want all that energy to hit in the chorus. But then I was like, oh no, that's just like really 60s and like cool. Like it's cool. It's like not typical, right? And once again, so Joni Mitchell once told me when I met her, I was like, I'm a producer. She's like, oh, I don't like producers. All they do is tell you what you can't do. So I always kind of keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, yeah, that kind of is our job. Be like, I don't know if you should do it. But then I always get I did it and it worked and it's huge. So, but it's part of the job. But no, I thought it was really sweet. So one of my things is like shape of songs, especially once again, like, when it's such like I don't want to say minimalism, I just say essentialism, which is guitar and voice. You know how important shape is songs and being able to you know, which is I understand. I like the flow of the vocal. You know, I like rhythmic, like especially when it is singer songwriter, where it's, you know, where it's like there is, you know, different rhythms going on, but just giving enough time to like really be able to finish stuff. Which is once you're singing it live. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to be the, you know, the guy that you don't like, right? And be like, you know, it's just being
hard with Ruby Jean,
right? Just try to finish every line really clean. But I like, you know, and this goes back to, which I do feel like you're touching on, not to make this long-winded, but what I wanted to add to what Monet was saying before about, you know, what is like, you know, really important for an artist out here. And to me, it's like, you know, one, I would say mental health, right? And then I think some of like, you know, we're all writing from, you know, different places at different times, but I have to think like, just like you're saying, like this being near and dear to your heart, that there seems like there is a lot of therapy in this with not just the actual, you know, melody and guitars, but actually the lyric and actually going like, wow, that's like, you know, to actually put those words out there and what it does to actually, you know, get rid of some of these, you know, fucking, whether it's anxiety or depression, whatever else. I think it's important, whether these songs even see the light of day, how important it is to have these, you manifest these and go after them once in a while, you know, and really, you know, whether everybody else is jumping up about it, secondary to whether or not it actually, you know, does what music is supposed to do and really do some healing, right? So with that said, I think it's amazing. I thought you did a great job and really cool voice, cool style.
Oh, great. Congrats, Ruby, on a great performance. I tell artists this all the time, like, talk before your songs. You want to make the audience not just like your music, but you want them to like you. If you get them to like you and buy into you before you even open your mouth, you know, you have a way easier road ahead of you selling your actual vocal performance. So I love that you did that. And I think you're a star for what it's worth. All right. If you are in the audience and you came to see Ruby Jean Smith, now is your turn. Head to Music Forward on Instagram, comment under our post, let the industry guests see that she has fans and supporters and that she should be the one that they choose to win the headphones. All right, Ruby Jean, you may now turn off your camera. Okay, so we are rounding out on time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Gracelle back, and we will do our final wrap up at the end of her performance. All right, so industry guests, you may now turn off your cameras. All right, we are moving right along. Coming to the virtual stage all the way from Nigeria, we have the one, the only Gracelle. Come on in, Gracelle. Gracelle Ichimati is 19 years old. She is a Nigerian student, a writer, an aspiring singer. She's not an aspiring singer. She is a singer. She sings down. And she's also a model. Gracelle with the vibes, like always. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All the way from Nigeria. So tell us about the song that you're going to perform tonight.
Well, I'm going to be doing the song I just finished writing. I don't know why I keep saying that though. But the song entails, title of the song is Malibu. Like all through my life, I've always heard people like sing about Malibu, and I got motivated to check out what Malibu was actually. And I found out that it was a place in Los Angeles, and it was beautiful. So I decided to write a song about Malibu.
I love and you've never been.
Stuff.
You've never been to Malibu, but you were inspired by all the photos and stuff. I love that. I love, well, your songs are always a vibe, so I'm excited to hear this one. All right, you guys, without further ado, Gracelle is about to take it away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Glimpse on time is my life. My lifestyle is sexier. Yeah. I'm sipping wine, Uber, hash line. You know how we start the club at night. Links on my boob, approaching my government, and I know you lie. You don't need no buttermilk, no my nose, and that's on my chick, I'm an ass kissing flies. You burning on my plans, you on my mind. You're like the regimen, I'm going mine. I am the bigger man, you scared of flies. You burning on my flames, I got my time. I'ma need some time away. LA to Malibu. I'ma need some time away. LA to Malibu. You know it's gonna be fun. It's something we get on. I'ma leave for the state. Malibu, straight. I don't like the way you talk to me. I feel like you need some company. Like when was talk to me? Like when was we flipping in the south side? You know it's the Aquarius, that's my star sign. You know it's leveled up just how we felt like. Yeah, baby, how I text you don't make you mine. You're more than love, it's more than love. Change up your lifestyle. It's more than love. To be perfectly loved, perfectly known. Go out the city, and I'll take you to Malibu straight. I wanna go again. Take you to Malibu straight. Let's compliment. Flip up the sky, seas, and air. I wanna go for another spin to Malibu straight. I wanna go for another spin. Come on, take me to Malibu straight. You know it's easy out to get some different. You know it's easy out to get some different. I'm tryna make you understand my issues. You tryna make me shake that body, compensate. Oh, you make me shake my body, compensate. I'ma need it. I'ma need to go there. Oh yes, Malibu, oh where? Malibu, oh damn, Malibu, oh yes, Malibu. Yes, I'm done.
Gracelle, I just love your energy. You're so amazing.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Industry guests, you may now turn on your cameras. All the way from Nigeria, you guys. You powered through that with all the technical difficulty. Monet, okay, if you guys can turn the music down now. Now, if you can turn the music up over there. Yeah, thank you. All right, Monet. I know it was like, I'm not sure if you had the lagging too on your end, but do your best to give your feedback.
For sure. So, I love the lighting and the setup, and I can't believe that you're performing all the way from Nigeria. I think that is so amazing. I can't wait to go there. That's my trip next year, so maybe we'll run into each other. Thank you. I would just say preparation is key. Did we miss you on the sound check today?
Yes, we
Oh,
had little issues with sound check actually.
Okay.
The instrumental. So
So
I'm
I
sorry.
think
So
that
sorry.
I've been in situations, at times where we're running late, we don't make the sound check, that's set for you to make sure that the technical difficulties that we had during the performance don't happen. So I would say whenever you are tasked to perform and you have that window to do that testing, put 2 hours extra on your calendar. Plan ahead, okay? Other than that,
Yes.
I think your voice is beautiful. I do think the song needs to be arranged. I think there's a lot of moments in it, but the arrangement can be fine
True.
too. But overall,
Yes.
I love the voice, love the lighting.
Thank you so
And,
much. Thank
once
you
you
so
get
much.
your arrangement, you're going to be good. You're welcome.
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
Monet.
Thank you.
Okay, Doc.
I thought it was really cool. I mean, to the same thing Monet was saying is obviously preparation is key, right? In order to like whatever. But even with the most prepared, this is the type of adversity you have to be able to weather through. So I feel like you actually being able to do that and seemingly,
Thank you so much.
coming with confidence like you have after that type of thing is I've done that so many times and been like, oh my God, this is going all wrong, and actually put on a horrible performance. So the fact that you pulled it off is incredible. I love the fact that I love
Thank you so much.
your voice, and I love what you're doing with your voice, like using different chambers of it,
Thank you
different
so
parts
much.
of your voice. I think that's really cool. And for me, that's something that I work on a lot with artists, is trying to make sure that they're, it's almost like different characters to a certain thing, and trying to, use different parts of your voice, and it's almost like different characters. But when it actually is coming together with a cohesiveness, like I feel like you have like it's a real strong character. I think it's cool, and even like with
Thank
the
you so
ending,
much.
with you getting hype on it and shit like that, that was cool, really cool.
I love that.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
yeah, it was really cool. It's unfortunate because obviously the technical difficulties and the vocals weren't right really until like, closer to the end of the song as far as level wise, but it sounded amazing.
Sorry.
It sounded amazing.
Thank you so
You
much.
know, every time I see Gracel, I say I would wish she could be like in front of me, like the distance makes it really challenging sometimes, but you power through every time. So thank you, Gracel. Congrats on a great performance. If you were in the audience and you came to see Gracel, head to our Instagram at
Thank you so much.
Comment.
Thank you so much.
show her love under the post. Gracel, thank you so much. You may now turn off your camera.
Okay.
All right. So that wraps up the performances for this evening. Before we leave, I would love to just ask you to one last question. And if you can keep it as brief as possible, just because we're just at the 8 o'clock mark. If you could give one piece of advice to our up and coming artists, what would that be? Monet, I'll start with you.
Just be authentic to yourself.
Love it.
Figure out what that is and be authentic to yourself.
Yeah, you are your superpower. I say that all the time. Don't forget that.
Yes, I love that.
That's perfect. Doc?
I only get one because Monet.
I got so short and sweet. I was like, here you go.
Monet and she got it covered. But I would say the same thing as I was saying before. I think being brave and stop comparing. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Run your own path. And that's, to me, it's like, and just be courageous. Be as courageous as you can. That's it.
Man, and how hard is that in this? It's hard in the social media.
Hard.
To not compare. You have to purposely do it every day. You have to purposely not compare yourself. And I love that you said that, because it's such a challenge. But I think that, if you put yourself up to the task, you can do it. You guys, are amazing. We are so honored.
You are amazing. We
Yeah.
wanted to wait. Let me first of all, let's give her flowers right here. I think I've done this a few times now. I love it. Thank you guys for having me. We're going into a new year, but Liddy, you are, in terms of host, amazing, but musician, they don't even know what they're getting from you when you're on here. Thank you.
I appreciate that so much.
Thank you. And thank you to Mel. She's not on camera.
Mel, we love you. Mel is she's the glue.
Shout out, Mel.
All of these amazing talent, like you guys, all the talent on here and people watching, go to people, find people that people will pour into you. You know, use social media for that.
Yeah,
you know,
use it for that. Amen.
You know,
Amen.
find
That's
the
the word.
mentors and the legacy keepers and the you know, all of these people. There's some older, some younger. They're there for you because I want this to continue. I want to be sitting back watching everybody I just seen here succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Lydia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lydia. That was amazing.
Thank
Very
you,
good.
Doc. You guys are so awesome. We appreciate it. And you guys may both now turn off your cameras.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Oh, I'm feeling emotional. This was our last show of the season. It was amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in and for sticking around with us through the technical difficulties. I want you guys to know that Music Forward is back in full swing. So make sure that you register for all of the free events, including office hours, which provides resources and tips for those interested in pursuing careers in the music industry. Music Forward is also continuing to host another season of panels, as well as other artist development opportunities. So make sure that you visit musicforwardfoundation.org and find out more. Really tap in with what Music Forward has going on because so many resources for artists. Also, make sure that you visit our Instagram page on Monday to find out who our industry guests selected. Join us next year. Oh yeah. Join us next year, same time, same place, to see more incredible emerging talent. It goes down on Open Mic Fridays. Make sure you spread the word, tell people about it. Once again, my name is Lydia Caesar, and it was my pleasure to host the Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. Thank you so much for joining us. Peace.